especially in the last, I think, maybe 7 or 8 years, the dance scene and the education of dance is very much changed. So, and also the people that you meet in class, they're not necessarily the same typecast you used to see when you grew up. So the whole adjust into explaining material, explaining movement. I change my vocabulary constantly. I have a classical base, very classic. I do tendus, pliés, fondus, rond de jambe. I try to keep the classical inside the class because I find it very smart to use. And I expand in between the exercises and I let the exercise merge into the information. So I don't hold the past in obsessively. I let it go. I sometimes say I'm not here to entertain you. It's not about what I'm here to do. My job is to give you the knowledge I have, to share it with you, to hear your opinion, to discuss about it, and to find another way to relive it. And so the experience of the journey of studying is what I would like them to remember. I want to confront everything they usually don't ask or being afraid to confront with. So I see it, I recognize it, and I try to float it. I punct the nerves a bit, and I say things that doesn't make them feel comfortable sometimes. I say things that really makes them wonder. The class is a whole world by itself. So they don't just come to take a class. They come to experience something that will stay with them long enough for them to process, to think, to confront, to discuss. When they go home, I would like them to, not to think about me, but to think about what they had experienced. What's the difference? I can say main thing is discipline. I think today there's a bit less discipline in relation to the past because they have everything they want. If they don't like it, they go to someplace else, they can change the teacher. Very rare you hear of my maestro, my master. It almost doesn't exist so much. And I had a few very big masters they inspire, they enter to the room, you felt very different. Today I'm looking always around. I'm not sure I can call them masters, but definitely inspirations, and there is a lot. There is a lot of young inspirations because they think very differently. And a student can be an inspiration sometimes, just because not necessarily is a good dancer, just because of his passion. And I meet teachers that they lead a certain group, and I hear the way they speak to their group, and that is very inspiring, just because they care so much. And I don't imagine them as my masters, but I would like to imagine them in my journey. So, yeah, but I think the master idea was more something in the past, that we grew up, even educated to think like, but they disappeared a bit. The truth of the master. It will be nice to have a few masters back, no? It will be nice.